Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at a rather unusual Blu-ray set. This is a Criterion collection. Well, I would normally call it a box set, but it's not a box. This is their Godzilla set. I believe this was their 1000th release. Um, I thought I had already done a video on this, but I can't find one, so maybe I didn't, and I wanted to put it up there. So you'll have to excuse me. It's not a new release. It's not even new to me. I've had this for a while, but I wanted to put it up there in case there are any fans out there of Godzilla who maybe haven't seen this looked at. Um, Honestly, I'm gonna treat it like a kind of like a omnibus or a hardcover Marvel Masterworks review because this is a book. Believe it or not, it is a book. This is the collection of the Godzilla Showa era films from 1954 to 1975. I like Godzilla. I'm not a Godzilla fanatic, so you'll have to excuse me if um, I don't know all the little trivial details about Godzilla and the movies and the characters and everything like that. I just like Godzilla as a character, and I've enjoyed the movies. My dad took me to a few when I was a kid. Saw a few on TV, of course. It was usually Saturday afternoon. Um, Enjoyed them. Great fun. Like Godzilla as a character. This rampaging giant monster dinosaurish creature that breathes or blows, I should say, has got thermonuclear breath. I mean that if that isn't awesome, I don't know what is. So here it is. It is in a book form. It's a large, oversized book form. Um, it's a nice hardcover. The texture feels kind of soft. It's really kind of a weird texture to this book. Here's the spine. Tells you exactly what it is, just like a book. And there's some more artwork of Godzilla leaving on the back. I love this big, huge panel here of artwork. You got Godzilla rampaging through Tokyo, destroying Tokyo Tower. You got helicopters and jet fighters trying to stop him. I mean, how cool is that? I like that art. I really do. Got a table of contents. Tells you what all movies are in here. You've got an essay, a foreword, if you will, as if this was a like a normal book, and it is a book. I mean, it really is. I can't deny that. Um, the first movie is Godzilla, the very first one. It's black and white, and just so you know, all of these movies except for one are in Japanese with English subtitles. So if you do not enjoy reading subtitles, don't get this set. There are no dubbed versions of any of these films in here. So if you're looking for an English dub, you're going to have to look elsewhere because it's not in this set. Uh, just out of interest, for those of you who are comic book fans, you like things like the New Mutants, Marvel Comics, things like that. This artwork, this page right here, was done by Bill Sienkiewicz, which I thought was really neat. The second movie is Godzilla Raids Again. Got a different artist here. Kind of cool, like that. This is Godzilla versus King Kong. Now, be aware if you buy this set that this is the U.S. version. It's the same U.S. version. I think it does come as a single disc release. I believe you can still buy it, but it's basically the same as that. It's the U.S. release. It is not the Japanese version. So if you're looking for that, you won't find it here. And of course, we got Mothra versus Godzilla. Mothra there. It's a good one. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. It's another one. And like I say, all these are different artists that have interpreted Godzilla in these movies. We have Invasion of the Astro Monster. We have Abira, Horror of the Deep. Got Son of Godzilla. And you know what? I think there are some of these that have not actually been on Blu-ray before. Don't ask me which ones because I'm not 100% sure. Destroy All Monsters is here. All Monsters Attack is included. Godzilla versus Hedorah. And as you can see, there are little essays about each movie on each of these pages, so you can read a little bit about the movie. Here we have Godzilla versus Gigan. Here we have Godzilla versus Megalon. Here's one of my favorites. This is Godzilla versus Mecca Godzilla. I really love this artwork right here. Mecca Godzilla was one of my favorite Godzilla characters. And then we have the Terror of Mecca Godzilla. My dad took me to see the Terror of Mecca Godzilla at the theaters, and I really got a kick out of Mecca Godzilla. Okay, now that's the book portion. So you've got things to read, you've got artwork to enjoy. This page will tell you about the transfer of all about the transfers of the movie, and as Criterion is very well known for, they do go in and do very good cleanups of the audio and picture quality of their movies that they've got. And this has been licensed by Toho. So Toho has allowed them to acquire these movies, to manufacture them and sell them here in the US. So what about the discs? Well, they're right here. You get this cardboard sheet right here. It's a big thick cardboard page. I don't know if you can see that. And you get all the discs right here, all of them. You may or may not like the fact that they slide in and out of these slots. But that's how they're stored. They're not in cases or anything like that. And that's it. That's it. It's a big book. The only glaring flaw about it is, of course, where do you put this in your Blu-ray collection? I don't know. Obviously, it's not fitting on a shelf. It's a big book. It's not really fitting well on a bookshelf either. What I've done is I've actually put it on top of my Blu-ray shelves, sitting on the top, just kind of up against the wall, so it's kind of like artwork hanging there, although it's not hanging there because I haven't nailed it to the wall or anything like that. That would be silly. But I do have some box sets that are on display on top of my shelving, and this is on display as well. So if you happen to come into my house and you look at my shelves and you see my box sets, you can also see this. So it works for me. You'll have to find what works for you. Now, how much does this cost? This costs a staggering $225 from Criterion. Just like the books, I find myself saying, don't pay that. That's a silly amount. I think it's way overpriced. I know it's Criterion. I know they do fancy films. They do a lot of work cleaning things up. I have no disrespect for Criterion Collection studio or company, whatever you want to call them. No disrespect for them at all. I think they do a very good job in all the titles that they do. But this is extremely expensive. And no, I did not pay $225 for this. I paid, less than half. If you check online sources, there are sellers that will have this at a decent price. I found mine at a decent price. You can find yours. Or you can wait till Criterion has their annual 50% off sale. Buy it from them if you want. Um, I was in Barnes and Noble the other day. They had several of these in stock that they hadn't sold. And when I looked at the price, that's why they hadn't sold. Because they wanted full $225 for them. So, yeah, Barnes and Noble is really good about stocking their Criterion collection titles. I mean, I'm impressed with Barnes and Nobles and their Criterion titles, but they want top dollar for them. And this is no exception. So, I mean, if you want one right now and you're willing to pay the money for it and you want to go to Barnes and Noble near you and pick it up today, I mean, it's your money, go for it. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I will say that this can be had for much cheaper. You should be able to find this online at least half off somewhere. The movies are beautiful. Like I say, the transfers are well done. The Criterion states that somewhere in there, and I think it was on the transfers page, they've done a kind of like did a updated subtitling for these movies, try and make it more accurate. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know what the original subtitles were for when these films were originally subtitled and released, so I can't speak for that. I don't know how accurate the subtitling is, but my understanding is they did do a new subtitling, a new oh, what do you call it? Translation. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Translation. So, um, definitely for Godzilla fans, given the price point, if you're new to Godzilla and you just want to start off small, there are multiple single disc Blu-ray releases that you can start with. I think there are a few that are out of print, but um, most of it I think is available on Blu-ray or DVD somewhere. You should be able to watch them. What's a good starting point? You know, I don't know. The beginning is, of course, Godzilla, the original black and white movie, but there have been so many different eras of Godzilla where Godzilla's been portrayed as both good guy and bad guy. So, I don't know. My starting point as a kid was, as I said, Terror of Mecca Godzilla. As a kid, I got a kick out of Mecca Godzilla. And I like Godzilla as a character, too. But seeing a Godzilla go against this mechanical version of himself was quite a treat. So that was my starting point. Yours may differ, but I enjoy it, and if you like watching a giant monster rampaging through Tokyo, destroying buildings and setting things ablaze with his thermonuclear breath, this is good. This is good. Honestly, even though the special effects aren't as good as the modern Godzilla movies that are being made, they have a King Kong versus Godzilla movie coming up, for instance. I still prefer these older movies, even though I know it's not CGI. It's a guy in a suit um, stomping on model buildings and model buildings blowing up instead of CGI theatrics. But, I'm not that keen on the new ones. I prefer the originals. What do you prefer? What do you think? Do you like the newer Godzilla movies they're making over the old stuff, or are you old school? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.